Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading's Miami office down in sunny South Florida. Here is today's midday market update brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. I want to first start by taking a look to see how the indices are trading so far for the session here. The Dow is currently up 88 points, the Nasdaq's up 32.5. The Russell 2000 is up close to 17 points. The S&P 500 is up 10.5. We take a look at some of the key commodities here. Silver SLV up 11 cents, JJC Copper up 58 cents, GDX Gold Miners down 41 cents, GLD only down 2 cents now. It was down a little bit earlier, but now it's recovering off the lows. We're seeing some strength in crude oil. USO up 62 cents. We talked about this pre-market in our MyWallStreetTV.com chat room. We also mentioned the fact that we were looking for crude oil to try to get a bounce in the next couple of days. If we take a look on the breadth of the market today, this data for the breadth is a little bit delayed by 15 minutes, but we have 4,580 issues advancing on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex, and we have 1,569 issues declining on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex. So you could definitely see that breadth is in favor of the bulls today, close to a 3-to-1 there. There is definitely some bullish action in the financials. We've been talking about the financials being strong. I mean, you have Bank of America up. You have Bank of America up about 2%. J.P. Morgan up about close to 2%. Citigroup up close to 2%. WLC, Wells Fargo up 1.25%, just about. So again, a lot of the money is in the financials today. Even though we didn't trade one financial, we're still doing pretty well today. Technology is doing pretty good. Yahoo's up. Some of the semiconductors are popping up. Let's see what else we got going on here. Services sector, FedEx up. Target got smashed down a little bit today. Seeing some action in the consumer goods sector for the cigarettes. Must have been some news that came out on that sector. Amgen is down 2.25%. And then again, there's some weakness in some of the metals or some of the miners or basic material stocks like Newmont Mining down, CLF, BTU. There's definitely some decent action in some of these natural gas stocks and energy names. So let's go and take a look at the market first, and then we'll take a look at some stocks here. Starting off with the market. We had the S&P 500 gapping up a little bit this morning. I believe we were opening up about close to 5 points. You can see we rallied off the overnight lows pretty nice. The overnight low was down here around 1775 and 3/4. We got a nice little rally. Started at 3 o'clock when the European markets opened up. We've been trending up since. Key level that we're watching here for the afternoon session, the 1792, as you can see on this 50-minute chart, the ES has been acting as resistance. We're consolidating here between 1792 and this little bid down here around 1789.25. We break out of this little range from the little rally up, which looks like a bull flag could be forming for the afternoon session. We'll be looking for a move back up towards 1794, which is the previous day's highs. We break above 1794, then you want to watch the 1797, then back up towards the 1800 level. Could have happened today. We'll see. I mean, there are still probably some sellers in the market. We had Janet Yellen today. She's officially the chairman, correct? And no, oh, she cleared the Banking Senate Committee. So she'll be officially the Fed chairman pretty soon, correct? Yeah. So that's going on. So let's go and talk again. Let's go back and talk about this market here. So 1789.25, 1792, 1794 level to watch. If we roll back over and we break below 1789 and hold, we have a rising 28 moving average coming in on the 15-minute chart around 1788 or so. That would definitely be a level to watch, and you want to watch 1787. 1788 is a key inflection level we've been watching for the past couple of days here. On the 5-minute chart, you can see we had like a little symmetrical triangle that formed into a rising moving average. We broke out this little tight triangle, rallied up, pulled back, back test held, and now we rallied up higher. And again, now we're just in this nice little range. On the 5-minute, you can see much cleaner. 1789.25, 1792. This is most likely probably going to set up for a move higher if these bulls could continue to push the market back up towards the previous day's highs. Let's see. So let's go ahead and talk about some stocks. Let me bring up this other screen here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the SPY, since I know some of you guys do trade the SPY. SPY is trading 179.53. I would say you want to watch for it around this 179.65 level of resistance up here. This as well as flagging 179.40 support off that up move, and again, break over 179.65 could take this thing back up towards yesterday's little resistance right here. Take off the pre-market information real quick. Back up here towards maybe this 179, 179.80 area. We had this nice little gap up right here, gap and go. Let's take a look at the triple Qs at NASDAQ 100, which is showing some decent strength today. A nice gap up, kind of fading a bit down right now, or just kind of chopping sideways to lower. Not really seeing much here. What else? IWM, Russell 2000, 5-minute chart, nice strong uptrend, very strong. Definitely one of the stronger sectors out there today, showing some nice relative strength. All right, so what are some stocks that we were looking at this morning? Well, we discussed Triple D in last night's video. You can take a look at this stock. This stock took off. We were telling you guys how it was right at support from the pivot, and it could look for a bounce in it tomorrow. That's exactly what it did. This one actually shook me out a bit here. You can see I got shaken out on this little dip down, and I never went back to it. But some of the traders in the room were able to catch that, and they did pretty well. One of the other stocks that we were looking at today was this VJET. All right, this VJET was a nice stock that it's gapped down. Let me bring up the pre-market information on the chart here. You can see the stock has been getting hit a lot for the past couple of days or so. So we were looking for this one to bounce. It's a 5-minute chart. You can see the stock sold off a little bit on the open, then it rallied up. We were able to catch a piece of that rally. You can take a look at my screen here. You can see how I traded it on the 1 minute. We were able to get involved. Called it out for a long. Down here around 33, we clipped some out right here. Then we got like a small little scalp trade right there. But overall, it did pretty well on it. Had some decent size on that one. What else? Some action in Q-Core. You have David Einhorn coming out today. He's going to be having a conference call. He's going to talk about some stocks that he's possibly short, and the 4 that they said that he could be talking about later on today is Lulu, and this one's moving to the top side. Again, you got to watch these stocks because if he does say that he's short one of these companies, most likely the stock's going to sell off as they usually do. Lulu was one of the names. SWY was one of the other names. You can see that stock sold off on the open, then rallied back up towards the highs. And then MNST was another name. All right, actually, I just had an alert go off on VJet as it's now trading above 38. VJet looking to go positive. Yeah, my alert just went off on this thing as this thing just broke out over that low resistance right there, and this thing's about to start flying. Had an alert at 38. Any case, VJet. What else here? VJet. We also were looking at another stock. Well, back to the David Einhorn. MNST is another name that he may talk about that he's short. All right, and then we have Q-Core, which is another name that we caught pretty good on the short side. All right, caught some of this action right here on the drop down there. Didn't catch this next leg down, but definitely caught some decent action on this little move right here. Let's see. RRC was one of our better trades for the day. Okay, you could take a look to see how we traded this one. We actually mentioned this one on Twitter before we got into the trade. You can see we bought some around this 78.10 area, sold some right here at 78.70, clipped some more out at 78.90, then got stopped out on our trailing stop down here at 78.60. That was probably one of the better trades for the day. But RRC, again, decent daily chart. The natural gas stocks are in play today, the energy stocks. So keep this one on your radar. You know, it starts off a little bit thin in the morning, but in the afternoon, if it could catch some more volume and set up a nice little base to work off of, you may want to look for this one for another move higher. Let's see, some strong stocks today. Again, GMCR was another name that traded pretty decent today. Again, I have not even traded. Actually, I lost some money in this one, but this one took off to the top side, but then I buying on the open, got chopped up a little bit trying to trade it near the highs, which can happen if you miss the initial move out the gate. But very strong stock. I would say put some Fibonacci's on it to see how much it pulls back. And see here, Pandora strong today. You have some action in Win, and some of the casinos Win, MGM. All right, so you have some action out there, guys. Again, if you want to come join us in our chat room, mywallstreettv.com. Experienced traders and traders looking to learn more from experienced traders, you're more than welcome to come in. And that's about it, folks. wallstreettrading.com. We're out of here. Have a great day, folks.